dad and my sister to visit Niagara Falls, which I enjoyed, by the way. It it was. I recommend you at least go there once. It is pretty. It is pretty beautiful to see what's it called, the river? I don't know, the Niagara Falls. Anyway, so on my way back, I decided I had an idea that I didn't think about when I took the plane to Niagara Falls. So upon returning here, I just I decided to download uh movies or shows, and one of those were, oh, someone's watching. I cried when he had an ID. Yeah, this is gonna be a review. So okay. Anyway, so among that plane ride, I was scrolling through Star Wars or anything to see if what I could watch. And I decided to watch Andor because I hadn't seen Andor, but and and I heard people give good reviews about it. So I decided to download a few episodes, and then when I got home, I would watch the rest. So I watched Andor. Um, yeah, I watched Andor, and because I didn't want to see Mandalorian, but I like to sort of binge those. What I mean by that is that I prefer to wait for all the episodes to come out and then watch one episode per day instead of just binging all the episodes at once. I rarely do that anymore. Anyway, so what happened? So then what happened was that I watched Andor, and I know a lot of people love the show, but I just wasn't one of them. Like, one of the things that is interesting about Andor is that it focuses more on the Empire and and I guess the rebels. But anyway, yeah, so there's no Jedi, no Mandalorians, no nothing, none of that. It's just the Empire and some rebels. So I watched that, and honestly, it was pretty boring. The only time I was interested in Andor is when, and spoiler alert, is when he had to run away um, from these guys. But yeah, needless to say that I didn't care about the majority of the cast. There are only two characters I actually did care about, and one of them isn't even an original character. What that being Saw, spoilers, Saw Gerrera. The other I did kind of care about. I cared about a lot more than Andor himself, and it was the like safety officer or whatever he was. I found his whole story to hunt down Andor to be really interesting. I wouldn't have a problem if the show was just about him. But the thing is that it's supposed to be about Andor. Honestly, one of the things about Andor is that despite the name being Andor, it focuses a lot on a bunch of other people. Such as Andor, there's the rebel lady, there's that guy that met with Andor in the first episode. There's the Imperial lady, the safety officer, as I mentioned before. He's the only one I did care about. And Andor scenes are the only ones that didn't put me to sleep. Everyone else, I could not care if they removed them. So, yeah. Um, like, one of the reasons why I didn't enjoy Andor that much is because one of the things about Andor is that it focuses, maybe not a lot, but a good amount of it on politics. And me personally, I do not like politics. I just That doesn't mean I can't enjoy a show that contains politics, but I just don't like seeing politics in general. Um, and I know Star Wars does have politics, but in the movies, the politics were just there in the background. The majority of for the movies, the majority of it was just focused on, well, the Jedi. Anyway, so I think my suggestion as to what I would have liked to see more than just politics is I would have liked them to focus more on the lives of the stormtroopers. Actually, we already could focus on one stormtrooper, Finn. I wish that I really would pay money to see a show about Finn in as Finn's life as a stormtrooper. And it would be so much better because Finn was wasted in the sequels, despite him being like the best character. In The Last Jedi, he was just turned into a joke, and in Rise of Skywalker, he was there. But yeah, I would have actually liked to see like the stormtroopers' lives of what happened. Actually, even Rebels kind of does this. Like, there's an episode where I think it was his name Callus, Agent Callus, where he wakes up and you see things from a first-person point of view. How you suddenly hear the alarms, and he wakes up to get ready. That's actually an interesting idea on its own. But yeah, I think I would have liked it more if they focused on stormtroopers. One thing that did happen in Andor was there was this controversy regarding the gun. Now, if you don't know, there's one of the guns is just an AK rifle, but it doesn't look like. The controversy is that it doesn't look Star Warsy. And normally with controversy, I would think it's stupid and I wouldn't bother to listen. Like right here, the Aloy controversy from Forbidden West. That one was stupid. But this one, no, this one actually has a point. So the controversy is that the AK rifle just doesn't look like it belongs in Star Wars, which is true. And they could have modified it to make it look more sci-fi. But the problem is that the gun just looks like a standard gun, and it takes you away a little bit from it. Now, there are two suggestions that I saw two people have. There are two suggestions that would make it look more sci-fi. One of them was by Clone Gamer. He suggested removing the magazine, and the other was from Mr. Fox, who proposed to add a cone at the on the barrel at the end, which is true because like a lot of guns have something have like a barrel thing at the end, and and I agree that would have definitely made it look like it was from Star Wars instead of just it's just a gun. Anyway, and the thing about Andor is that no one really watched it. Like, I know I said earlier that everyone was talking about how good it is, but no one watched the show. And for good reason. It's because, like, no one cares. They don't care about Andor or anyone else. The only one they might care about is, again, spoilers, Saw Gerrera. Actually, they could have made an entire show about him. I don't know. Anyway, um, but yeah, there's not much to say as to why I didn't like Andor. It just like it was so boring to watch, and whenever the Imperial lady or anyone aside from Andor and that safety officer appeared, I would just go to sleep. God. And the whole reason I watched Andor was because I thought it'd be important for Mandalorian Season 3, which is not true. Like, as of right now, there's no reason to watch Andor. Uh, so yeah, in conclusion, it's boring. If you don't like politics, you definitely won't enjoy this show. And yeah, it's just not worth watching. I think it would have been better, and I think it would have been better if it focused on the stormtroopers and their lives. Or better yet, maybe, well, no, Andor is not about like the Jedi or Sith or anything. So, okay, so just the stormtroopers. I would have liked to see that. I would have liked to see them fix the AK gun because it doesn't look like it belongs on Star Wars. And I would have liked I would have liked it if they didn't focus so much on a bunch of different characters. Like the show's called Andor. He's supposed to be the main focus. But in the show, he takes like one. Let's see, so how many characters do they focus on? They focus on Andor, obviously. Then they focus on the Imperial lady, the politician lady, the that guy that was with Andor, the Imperial safety officer, which I don't mind if he stays, but everyone else, yeah, oh, and the rebel chick. So he takes about like, what, 1/5 of the show? Like, Jesus. If they were gonna do that, they shouldn't have called it Andor. uh, but yeah. Um, just, I don't know. If you like Andor, that's fine, but I just couldn't enjoy it. And I don't intend to see, if they ever release a season 2, I don't intend on seeing it. I just don't care. I don't care about season 2 of Andor. I don't care about anything related to Andor. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you.